work.
Matt, can I call that?
You did.
All right, Coach will have a brief opening statement, his thoughts on the class, and we'll just throw it up for questions after that. We will have the assistant coaches out in the lobby area available for a few minutes once Coach Stoops is through. So we'll throw it over to Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate y'all being here. It's been a tremendous effort by our staff. We went out and signed 22 players today, 12 on offense, 9 on defense, and 1 kicker. So tremendous effort. I want to thank my staff. They did a tremendous job, and just a group effort all the way around.
Questions?
Could you talk about the recent addition of Jason Hatcher and what that means, how that process is?
Tremendous. As you know the importance of recruiting the best players in your state. We signed, with the addition of Jason, we signed 3 players from Kentucky, and just Jason, important in a lot of ways. Tremendous person, great family. Louisville, Mama was Louisville, so that was hard to get around that for a while. But Jason, just a tremendous player, great person, and gives us great credibility in moving forward.
Mark, you've been here plus or minus 70 days. How did you pull this off in such a short amount of time, this type of class?
It was a group effort. The staff, that's a big part of it, is the staff coming into this. The first year, it's important when you hire guys, that they have some connections. So that's a big part of it, guys, with relationships they've had, either with players or with coaches. So, that was a big part of it. Again, we feel we have an awful lot to sell. I'd like to thank the BBN, tremendous support. I think our recruits felt their presence. They felt the support of the fan base. And so, there's a lot of things that go into it. But great effort by our staff, great work ethic, and did a fantastic job.
Mark, you said you would make. You said you were confident you could recruit the best here, but did you really think in 2 months you could get a class like this?
I told you that. Didn't I?
You did. You said.
So, I did. And I said that in the first press conference when we introduced the guys at mid-year, that we would go toe-to-toe with the best players, with the best schools in the country, and with the best schools in the SEC. And, we're not going to take a backseat to anybody. We're going to recruit hard, and we'll win our fair share. We know we won't win them all, but we're going to work hard.
Mark, you said also immediately we're going to recruit Ohio. It's going to basically be an extension of your home state. I think the first time, and at least certainly in a lot of the ranking systems, first time this program has gotten a top 10 player in Ohio. What does that mean? You talk about Hatcher. What does that mean?
Yeah, it means an awful lot as well. 3 players from Kentucky, 3 players from Ohio. So, and the caliber of player that we're getting from Kentucky and from Ohio obviously means a great deal. With Marcus, he's again a fantastic player, but he's even a better person. He's just wonderful to be around. I told Marcus the whole time, I said, what's it feel like to be the 2nd best player that ever played Cardinal Mooney High School? That was my high school. But so, just a fantastic person, and, again, just a joy to be around. So,
Mark, could you talk about when you go down into Florida, you got Badette, you got Kemp, you got Montgomery, you got Thomas, 4 skilled guys. Can you talk a little bit about each of them, kind of what attracted you to each of them, what you think they could do?
yeah, with Alex, again, he comes from a tremendous program. Big-time wide receiver that I knew about while I was at Florida State, and had watched him, had my eye on him for a good bit. And anybody that goes into the state championship game and has, what do you have, 9 catches for 190 yards or something to that effect, he's a heck of a football player. So, I've known Alex for a while, so it was a great get for us. A guy that's a big, strong receiver who can make plays. JoJo. Tremendous. He's a home run hitter. That guy, again, is our staff, as we've assembled our staff and got together. started watching film, he was a guy we targeted right away and felt that he was a high priority for us. And so JoJo's a home run guy. He makes some big plays for us. Vedette, you know, again, Jeff, tremendous speed. Again, a guy we targeted right away. You know, the nice thing is I want to say we shot right around 70% of guys we brought on campus that we signed. Some of them maybe we didn't, you know, offer or push the commitment. But, you know, we hit about 70%. And Jeff was a guy right away that we targeted and loved. And, you know, he's got that home run speed. So, you know, it was very important to us as well. Khalid, again, you know, a program I'm very familiar with out of Tallahassee. And you know, Khalid, you know, is a very solid player that's going to give us some depth and, you know, have a punch to our class. But, you know, I've been very familiar with Khalid for some time as well.
Jacob
Can you talk a little bit about Hatcher, what makes him such a great prospect? And also, how did you kind of sell him on staying home since he already had his sights set on West Coast?
Well, with Jason, you know, what makes him so dynamic is how explosive he is. He's very good on his feet. He's very good at, you know, off the edge. He can do a lot of things, but it's his first step. He's very dynamic, you know, with his quickness and his speed and athletic ability. So, you know, we're excited about that. What was the second part of the question?
Just how you were able to convince him to stay closer to home?
Well, you know, again, I talked about it before. You know, it's about relationships. It's about presenting a plan. You know, how we, you know, we're going to use him. Things we've done in the past. You know, the way our defense works, how he's going to fit into it. And again, just, you know, we had to make up a lot of time in relationships. And, you know, we spent a lot of time with Jason and his family, his mother, Donna. And so, you know, we spent a lot of time and we put a lot of effort in that. Again, whether it be a group of us going to his home. I want to say on our last home visit when I went to the home, we brought 4 of us with us. And, you know, so, and we spent, you know, they were gracious enough to spend a bunch of time with us. And, you know, they got a great chance to get to know us and see what we're all about.
Your other 2 Kentuckians, Jacob Hyde and Ryan Timmons. Jacob was your very first, the school's very first commitment. Talk about how important it was. You decided that you wanted to keep him and then Ryan Timmons.
Absolutely, very important to keep Jacob. He's a big, strong guy, great kid. I love his accent. So, just a great person to be around, big, strong guy, and you know, very, very excited to have him in our program. And Ryan, again, Ryan's a home run. You know, of big time importance to us. Ryan was the first school we went into. This new staff, myself, and any of the assistants. First guy we went to see was Ryan Timmons. And so that's the priority we had on him. And of course, that was on the way to go see Jason Hatcher. So, but, you know, so, you know, first guy, I think Coach Elliott was in place, first guy on campus with the new staff, and sent him to see Ryan and go see Jason.
But why such a, oh, I'm sorry, Coach.
Go ahead.
Why such a priority on Ryan, Tim? Elaborate a little bit.
A dynamic player, and again, a high priority in the state. But you know, the key point is dynamic player. And Ryan is fantastic. You know, he's a home run threat every time he touches the ball. He's very versatile, and again, tremendous family, great person, great student, joy to be around, and you know, was very, very high priority for us.
Mark, did you know much about Ryan when you were at Florida State, or did you kind of have to play catch up when you got here?
I had to play a little bit of catch up on him, being that I was on the defensive side of the ball and wasn't my area. No, I didn't. I wasn't as familiar with him.
Coach, you talk about the day-to-day processes, how it's a grind. Moving forward, what's your process, your day-to-day functions for the coaching staff and the players until spring practice begins?
Yeah, great question. The big thing now is to get signing day behind us, and you know, again, a tremendous amount of work for a lot of people. And you know, we are very anxious as a staff to get back now and start working with our players. So the next phase is to develop our players. Now, they've been doing that in the weight room. They've been very active in there and working extremely hard. conditioning where our coaches get to go out and put our players through drills. So we'll do that in the AM as we put this schedule together, but we'll go through a couple weeks of training our players in the morning, and then we'll get a chance to at least get out there and coach them and see them, see them in action, see them moving. Obviously, there will not be a football involved, but you'll get to see them run around and move around.
Coach, you guys were able to put this class together in a relatively short amount of time. Given, not to downplay this class at all, but given it a whole year to really recruit the next class, is this something that the Big Blue Nation essentially can expect from you guys from a recruiting class, especially with more time coming up in the future?
Absolutely. We feel like we got great momentum, but yeah, we've been on the phone this morning talking to top prospects in the 14 class. We've been evaluating prospects in the 14 class for a week or so, which actually puts us a little bit behind in today's day and age, but we have to put so much time and energy and concentration into this class that we're going to work hard along with the previous question with the plans for the next couple of weeks. But a big part of our plan is just put aside to the 2014 class right now. So we'll work extremely hard getting caught up with the 14 class, and then getting caught up with our players as well.
Can this class still grow, Mark?
Pardon me?
Might this class still grow by a couple of guys?
Yes.
Given the high importance of defensive end in your scheme, talk about Avante Bell a little bit, what you know about him.
Yeah, Avante is a guy that I was very familiar with, while I was at Florida State. As a matter of fact, we offered him at Florida State, and Avante has great size, range, great upside, and very excited to see Avante committed when I arrived here on campus. So we worked hard at keeping that relationship with Avante and keeping him with us because we think an awful lot of him.
Mark, Blue's college coach said he'd never seen him tackle, he'd seen him trip, seen him pushed out of bounds. But is that a little bit of an embellishment, or is he just had that instinct that makes him out?
I don't know if I can be quoted saying that because there's probably some film of him being tackled somewhere. But he's a fantastic player. Chad Scott, Coach Scott, had a chance to. He's known Javis for, I want to say, you could talk to the assistants after I'm done, but Coach Scott's known him for 3-4 years, has watched him, so we had a great relationship with him. So, again, another guy that was right away, as soon as we had our staff together, started watching film, that's a guy we must have.
Mark, you had some commitments, or verbal commitments, who then took to Twitter, other social media, and recruited other guys. How important was that as part of the process and the momentum you spoke of?
It was very important because players want to play with other great players. They see what we're doing. They see the plan that you lay out for them. They understand your commitment to winning, but they also want to know that there's other great players around. And as you know in football, it takes an army. It takes a whole bunch of us to be successful. It takes a great commitment from a lot of people. So, I think that's part of it. The players want to feel that there's other great players around them. Our players did a great job of communicating with each other and building this class and making it special. And so, that along with the, again, the Big Blue Nation and the social media out there, our players felt that. They felt that on Twitter. They felt the support of our fan base. And, I want to thank them for that because that makes a difference.
Along those lines, you guys ran a Super Bowl commercial. There's that signing day video. You mentioned social media, et cetera. How much is the marketing of all this, with the momentum, et cetera, to sort of try to move things forward?
Well, I think that's a big part of it. It is, to get it out there. What we're doing, what our plan is, what we have going here at Kentucky, and our people do a great job. Since I've been here, I've been extremely impressed with everybody that I've worked with. The administration, the marketing, compliance. Everybody does a fantastic job, and again, it takes all of us working together, and I want to thank them for all everything that they do.
Mark, we talked about the obvious, how life has changed now that you're the head coach, your responsibilities, you're in charge of everything. What you expected, you probably haven't had a second to breathe.
Yeah, it's been different for sure. Being that I have two brothers that have been head coaches and watched them grow through the years and be head coaches and all the ups and downs and the time commitments assignments and all those things. I was very familiar with it. But until you get into it and you start doing it, it is a little bit different. It is still an adjustment. And, you know, so, you know, I'm working extremely hard to stay disciplined with everything that we're doing. You know, we have a plan for what we're going to do, to stay with that, stay on track, and don't vary from it.
Have a little follow-up, is it as much fun as you thought? Is it an adrenaline rush? I mean, when you've waited all these years, now you got it, what's that feeling when you wake up in the morning?
My brothers told me, be careful what you wish for. They told me that a while ago. So, but no, it's been great. You know, it's different and it's definitely more demanding. It's a little bit more challenging on your family and things like that. But it's been a lot of fun because I'm not trying to be anybody that I'm not. I'm going to be exactly who I am. Try to be very consistent and try to do things right. And we know we're not going to be perfect, but I'm going to strive to do the best I can every day. And, you know, and that's fun. It's good to put together the staff and work with the staff every day. And again, I'm not, you know, I'm not going to change. I am who I am, and I'm going to stay very consistent with that.
Mark, I know y'all have been extremely busy.
I'm sorry.
Hang on, Lonnie, you got Jim?
Sorry.
Jim?
Have you kept track of how many living rooms you've been in the last month?
I have not, no. It's been quite a few, but, yeah. My family's here now, though, so look for my boy, his first day of school today, so that was fun.
I was gonna say, I know y'all have been extremely busy, but with Reese Phillips being an early enrollee, what have y'all been able to glean from his abilities and what have you?
You know, we're not allowed to work with him with a football right now, so I haven't seen him throw yet, but everybody that's been associated with Reese has been very impressed with the way he handles himself. He's working extremely hard in the weight room, and you know, he seems to be doing a great job.
Mark, with kind of limited opportunity to work with the current roster, how much were you able to sell immediate playing time and how those guys, the new recruits, would fit in with those guys?
Well, you know, we always present an opportunity. We're never going to guarantee anybody, you know, that wouldn't be fair or be right to the players that are in our program. You know, we always tell them they're going to have a great opportunity. They're only going to be behind 15 practices, you know, so, you know, when they arrive here in the fall, they're not going to be too far behind with learning the scheme and so on and so forth.
How important is it in this league? It seems like you put a huge emphasis on it in this class to get better up front defensively.
Very important. You know, you have to. And, you know, we worked extremely hard to get some big guys. You need some size, you need some girth, but you also need some length. And so, you know, we worked hard to get some great size in this program because those guys take a little bit of time to develop as well. You know, you've got to, you know, some guys come in ready to go, and then others obviously need a couple years to develop and get bigger and get stronger.
When you looked at the commitments for the previous,
Speaking of ready to go, are there any guys that won't be that you know for sure will be redshirting next year?
No, we'll see what they do between now and then. You know, that'll be up to the players and how hard they work between now and then.
When you looked at the commitments for the guys who came in under the previous staff, what went into the evaluation process for them?
Just the same, just to make sure that those players would have a fair opportunity to play within our system, to fit our schemes and to fit what we're looking for, and to just be upfront and be honest with them.
Mark, almost half your signing classes from Florida. Would that be an annual trend if all would go the way you'd like it to be?
Yeah, we signed 9 players from Florida of the 22, and you know, I think, you know, it's percentage-wise about what you see, you know, maybe in this conference as well. I mean, there's a lot of great players that come out of Florida. It's probably the way it felt, you know, because of maybe some of our relationships with some of them. So I don't know if there would be the exact percentage in the future, but I'm not going to put any limitations on it. There's a lot of talent down there, but I know we're going to work extremely hard to hit everybody that we can within a 4 or 5, 6 hour drive from Lexington.
I know this was a strenuous process for you guys, but even like Ryan Timmons talked about the excitement of you yelling on the phone, and how exciting has this been for you and your coaching staff along with the work?
It's been very exciting. You know, some people mistake exciting with intensity sometimes, but you know, so you know, it gets intense and it gets exciting, and you know, recruiting is just another battle. It's just another challenge, and you know, so